Oh crap, we lost the collector. Okay, that's annoying. The railguns took them out. No, we lost them. What if we pull this back all the way here? Wow, that is a lot of rocks. 200,000 kilometers. We could try and go for stronger explosives, although that is a lot. We can head home and try and get research productivity underway. That's going to take a little bit. These belts are completely full. Oh crap, something just made its way through. No. Coming hot off the end of the last stream, we ended up collecting quite a bounty of Promethium asteroid chunks. And that was claimed thanks to our good new ship, which I've named Blunt Force Trauma just for how large it is. This thing is definitely going to be injuring someone if it hits them. But we need to make some changes. We learned a few things with the ship. Number one is we need a few more guns. Laser turrets can definitely move back since they have superior range, so they don't need to engage as quickly. The next thing that we figured out is I need some sort of way to rate limit the thrust for these thrusters because there's a few different speeds that we want to be traveling at. Full speed, I believe, gets us 300 kilometers per second, if I remember correctly. This ship's not as fast as Apollo 13, so that's something we can work on. Those are the two big things we need to do. The third thing we need is we need to figure out a way to store all these Promethium asteroid chunks. I still haven't moved everything off site yet, but then I realized you have to actually craft Promethium Science up in space. As we can see here, it's crafted on space platforms. So that's going to be interesting because we need biter eggs. Getting started, I'm going to start dismantling these guns. The other thing we found out too is we were actually destroying some of our other turrets and some of our asteroid collectors by having them up front in the range of these railgun turrets. So that's not good. We need to make sure we're not doing that because they were getting blown to pieces. Not fun. Let's grab some normal railguns. I want to move these to the side, I reckon, because I want to try and have a bit of a item ejection point up the front, just because I think it's funny. I think you all can probably guess why. And then we do a few railguns. So they sit up the front. And then we need some rock collectors. I think we could probably just quickly afford a couple up front like this, some legendaries. Unfortunately, that is in the range. Ooh, actually, what if, can we somehow, oh yes we can, okay, we can start collecting rocks like this. Yes, okay, this is gonna work. Like, it's not quite gonna be rounded off, unfortunately, but it'll probably do. I might just quickly erase all these. And I have to make some adjustments to the ammo belt. Let's actually dismantle all of these because I'm gonna have to move them anyway. Probably need to move this over. Yeah, and then we can have some of these railguns here on the side. Move this over a little bit more. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking where this is going. Yeah, it's still not quite as shapely as I'd like. I want kind of a nice curve, to be honest. Maybe we can do something like this. Yeah, okay, I think that's looking better. Okay, so that's one side. Now we need to somehow copy that onto the other side. I can't just copy and paste and flip because all this is in the way. What we could do is, I think we can just run these turrets in, can't we? Then if we flip this around, plonk that there, then I have to flip these belts back around again. Okay, somehow this is going to work. We're going to make this work. Is there a way I can squeeze one of these turrets in here? Yes, there is. And then we need a couple of rocket turrets out front here. There we go. Nice. Now the question is this enough turrets? The answer is probably no. Never enough turrets. But we'll make it work. I need to make sure I keep space available for these rock collectors. Actually, we might try and hop a tunnel over them real quick. This needs to continue running upwards. Let's copy this first. Flip it and plonk it down on the other side. Oh yeah, that connects perfectly. How did I fluke that? My advice, the best way to store asteroid debris containing Promethium is on conveyor belts. Have you considered that? I have done a bit of thinking about how to store things, and I actually discovered something that I think I've got a cursed idea for. I realized when I was modifying some of the ships that if you fill up a recipe, and then we change the recipe to something else. Piercing rounds magazines ends up sitting in here. That's now storing 100. So my idea is, yeah, and then if we switch back, and then if we switch back again, oh, wait. We're now wait, hang on, is this cursed? Wait, we don't even have to change the recipe. We can just set the same recipe again. Hang on. This is cursed. This has to be cursed. Holy. So now we're storing 1,000 magazines in this one assembler. So that would mean if we grab a cryogenic plant, because that's where we have to make the Promethium Science packs. How many of these can we store? Okay, 54. Change the recipe. Wait. Yeah, wait, that works. Hang on, how many do we have in here? We have 922, and if I keep spamming this, and then we swap that out again. Okay, that's got more in it. 902. What happens if I push the... Do we get a scroll bar? We get a scroll bar! Oh wait, but now I can't see the recipe. Uh-oh. Okay, but that is cursed. That is genuinely cursed. Did we just create infinite storage? I actually had no idea that was gonna work. I was just gonna goof and try that. That has to be done manually. But hang on. This belt here is for Promethium. So if we run this over into the side here, and then if we set a circuit condition, hang on a sec. The gears are turning in my head. Set recipe, read contents. Output signal needs to be Promethium. We need to set a recipe if the Promethium shards is greater than 50. Okay, that's set. This comes in. Oh no, hang on. Why is that not sending an output signal? It is sending an output signal. Okay, here we go. So that's gonna set. So once that ticks up to 50, this will probably become false. Okay, and then that empties the recipe. So then we need to do another one of these things. Promethium chunks is greater than or equal to 50. Then we output the recipe as well. Why do these combinators confuse me so much? I need to empty contents before the new recipe will take effect. I wonder if this is like a thing that someone else has come up with and then the devs patched out. Damn. I suppose I can still do it manually. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay, I can still do it manually. I can still swap it. That's probably going to be still as useful. Ammo's coming out here. We could just run a quick belt merger. There we go. We can do the same thing here with the railgun ammo. Yep, there we go. This is going the wrong way around. Probably because I copied it. Yep, okay, there we go. So that'll then loop around, which it is. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading better than a Bethesda game. All right, cool. So the next thing we need to loop everything else back around. So if I copy this and plonk it down here, this is going to break a few things. Plonk that back down. This loops back around. We're nearly ready. I wonder if you could place a tank on the space platform. They fit in a rocket. I don't think you can build them. Can't be built on this surface. The gravity's too low. Yeah, there you go. That answers that question. Ah, this is the wrong type of ammo on the wrong type of belt. These need to be bullets. That loops around now. Excellent. Okay, the next thing we need. These rocks need to then connect up. South. Like that. There we go. Those rocks will connect around. Head down south. Yes. There we go. We have a loop. That's awesome. Okay. One more thing I want to do, just because it's funny. I want to stop sending everything here downwards. Let's get rid of this. And I instead want to send it all upwards. The rockets must be explosive. Splash. Is the splash damage actually that good? 100 plus 630. It doesn't sound as good. How many splashes does that turn into? Area of effect size. See, I don't know what the effect is. I can't get a preview. How do we make these things? Oh, just more explosives. So we could mix more explosives into rockets to make splash damage rockets. Okay, I'll think about that. We need to get these excess items across. I suppose we could squeeze it into here somewhere. And we can bring it around here, up the top. This is absolutely quintessential to our build. And then this comes up through the top. There we go. I have some pumps somewhere. 22 pumps. And they're legendary so that we can pump a lot of things. And what I want to try and do is rate limit these things. So let's get, I might even need a couple of these things. Or something like this. Those pumps arrived. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of railgun ammo. We need to get rid of that. That's annoying. A good problem to have. Yeah. Too much ammo. Okay, now something I want to quickly do is if I set up a few pumps, if we plonk a tank down for each of these, and then we connect these up, we can then measure how much we have and then turn them on and off based on what we're after. Okay, so we want to enable disable these if we have less than, I don't know, what's a good number? 600. So we can kind of just trickle feed that. I'm going to quickly make a save, and we're going to send this ship over to another destination. Let's go Gleber. Ooh, we forgot a little bit of ammo. Hang on. There we go. Plug that in. Yes, I do realize what this part looks like. It's how is it everything I construct looks questionable, even when it's not supposed to be? Let's send this over to Gleber and we'll see what sort of speeds we get with this new rate limiting. Okay, it's working, it's working. So the efficiency is at 76%. So let's change this a little bit. Let's put it up to 800. More speed, more power. Okay, we made it. We're gonna send it to Aquilo. I think that's full speed now. When filled to 80%. Yep, okay. I think we might just be ready. Let's head... Actually, I'm just going to jump straight to the shattered planet. Let's go. Lasers are kind of doing more of the work because I allowed them to shoot the medium asteroids, but they have to prioritize the small ones first. It seems to be working. Okay, now what I wanted to do, the reason why I left behind so many of these pumps here sitting out here is because I wanted to actually have some controls. If I copy these pumps into here, I can kind of make presets for what I want my speed to be set to. So if we set this again to something like 100, we end up controlling the speed down to just a much smaller amount. I can use these pumps as kind of like a presetting system. If I copy this back into here, we get 1.2k. If I copy this into here, we now have 100. Now I've got myself some speed controls, and then I don't have to worry about this side because you require both fuels to be able to run at the right speed. So I can just worry about one side and we're all good. What I might then do is grab some lamps and set the colors of these things. This is going to be blue for warp speed. This one can be yellow for alert. And then this one can be red for when we're in danger and we need to go really slow. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to do is I wanted to build repair packs. So we need iron gears and electronic circuits. I think the easiest way we can do this is just taking the iron plates and the copper wires, iron plates to make circuits, and then we need iron gears. It's probably just going to be another foundry, to be honest, except we can't fit another foundry. We'll just do an assembler for now. That's making gears. This is going to be making circuits. There we go. That's everything we need, I think. Oh, we got some more rare biolabs. I've been slowly upgrading the biolabs here at our research center with the higher quality ones that I've been getting, and that has been slowly ticking up our research count, which has been really, really good. So now we're at 22,000, and that's probably going to reach 700, 22,700, which is good. Much better from the 17,000 or 18,000 we originally hit with the new setup. What is going on here? I think... Yes, okay, this needs to change to a couple of things. That's not going to fit. Hang on. That's going to fit. This needs to become Promethium chunks, filter out to there. We can get rid of this. Nice, then the excess all leaves. We'll do the same thing over here. Then that can come around. Nice. Oh crap. No, 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 no. God damn it. No. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, I need to set this up as a filter. Why did replacing the stack inserter lose the filter. That is so annoying. So we have to try and extract these. If I flip this, he goes in, and if I change the recipe, he takes out. Okay, cool. So that's kind of our infinite storage solution. Now we wait. Okay, 286 is our full speed. Yeah, here we go. We're almost at a Quillo. So far, it seems pretty good. There we go. There's a Quillo. I'm going to make a quick save. We haven't quite fully tested. We haven't battle tested this new setup yet, but I have a good feeling about it. Shattered planet. Let's go. Okay, what I might do is start rate limiting. Pulling the speed back. Actually, no, let's just go full speed. Let's see just how fast we can go and how far. We should check our production rates. We're producing 500 rockets per minute, and we're also firing 500 rockets per minute. Okay, that's not good. Railgun, we're firing a bit more than we're producing. That's not good. Oh, actually, hang on. Some of these aren't even running. That must mean we're producing more than we need. Okay, never mind. The statistics are fine. That's good, right? Oh my goodness, look at all that trash. I would say that looks like you need a doctor. So if we can uphold our current rate, it's going to take 250 minutes, which is 4 hours. So far, no casualties. That's good. We're still at full thrust. Actually, I wonder, how many thrusters do we have? We have 3. We could slap on a couple more. Is this a bad idea, chat? More power! More speed! Weapons are in full engagement now. There we go, 50. Swapping the recipe. Some of these rocks are getting very, very close. Oh, it's close. Do we have enough guns? Oh, hang on. We've taken damage. We've taken damage. Okay, we're going to red alert. Nope, never mind. We're loading a save. Okay, I think we just have to go slower. Okay, we're at 100,000. How's our power looking? Oh. Wait, what? Uh-oh. No. How did that happen? How are we out of power? Low input fluid. How did that happen? Okay, let's head back to Narvis. We didn't run out of fuel. How did we run out of fluoroketone? Oh, god damn, we're consuming 700 megawatts. Okay. Maybe I just need more speed in here? We got plenty of legendary spoilage as well. We should have some more in here. Oh, we have 159. Look at that. Legendary spoilage. Okay, maybe we need to upgrade the fusion generators. Do we have any on hand? Yeah, we have some more rares. We could probably try those. A little bit more power and a little bit of efficiency. We might be able to pull this through. We're not doing enough explosive damage to one-shot those big rocks. We could try for those cluster explosives, the explosive rockets. Yeah, okay, let's think about that. How do we do explosive rockets? Could we squeeze them in here? Let's give this a try. So if we have a belt that runs through here, actually we need a little bit of space to be able to deposit these, and then this needs to join up to this belt. Maybe if we run this around the other side, and then join up with that. Rockets and the explosives. Okay, this would need to split. Something like that, I'm thinking. Alrighty. Okay, so we need to run this under a tunnel so that we can fit some speed beacons here. Need some speed running through those. Then we need to change this up so the explosive rockets are coming through. We need a splitter over here. This needs to run up. Cool, and then they're going to start crafting rockets, the explosive kinds. Then this needs to now join up. There we go, now we have explosive rockets, so let's see how that does. Fingers crossed we can do a little bit more damage and survive a bit better now. There we go, we got our speed control lights in. Somehow, we've lost our nests. Let's capture these again. How many biter eggs do we need? 10. Let's make us some Promethium Science. The next thing we need to do is slot those productivity modules in. There we go. And that's going to give us, oh, plus 200% productivity. So that means we're getting 30 per craft. Then we need to set up our Promethium Science request. And then we need to get the Promethium Science all the way down to the bottom. I think we can just run it down the side here probably. Yeah, that'll probably do for now. Looking back up here, we have ourselves the eggs, right? Yep, there's the eggs. Let's do it. Promethium Science! We did it! Here it is. Where'd it go? Where did the science bottles go? Are they on the train yet? No. Oh, they're still getting picked up. Okay, gotcha. So this is just really slow then. Okay, I did accidentally send a bunch of Promethium down to Narvis, so we need to pick that back up. As you can see here, it's all sitting in these buffer chests, so I need to pick those back up. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's cool. That was really cool to see. Nice. Heck yeah. It's probably enough to get the first bit of research done. So we could throw this onto the pile. We should be able to... Oh my goodness. Check out that spin cycle. That is hilarious. Holy. Why are they so fast? This is so dumb. Science per minute's currently 22,784. Let's send the trains over. There we go. Promethium power. And he's empty. He's off. Bye. Promethium Science. Here we go. Actually, I think this is the last achievement we need to get. This is it, I think. Let's throw this on the pile. Boom. Heck yeah. We did it. Okay, so that's the first one. Now let's do the second one. Oh wait, that barely jumped. The last one was 1200. Now we went up to 1440. These aren't jumping very high. Apart from that, I think we're ready to send this ship on another run. Are we on full speed? What I should do actually is rig up some of these. If we can connect these up, enable disable if thrust of fuel is greater than 1.4k. If this is less than, what was it, 150? We turn that on. Okay, so we got blue, then we got yellow, then we got red. And a bit of yellow. Hang on. I actually kind of like the blinking there. I might leave that. That's kind of weird. Using fluid and pump dynamics as a timing circuit. We got the new explosives. Let's see how they're doing. And none of these rocket turrets have switched over yet. How far are we getting this time? Our record is 200,000 kilometers. Uh-oh. Oh wait, no, that's the new rockets. We've got the new rockets. And that terrified me for a second. I've only ever heard those explosion sounds coming out of things that shouldn't be going boom. Loud in space. In space. Everyone can hear you scream. Yeah, I'm getting warning signs all over the ship telling me that things are running out of ammo, but that's just them switching over to the new ammo type. Oh wow, yeah, okay. Splash damage does seem to be doing something. Okay, I see. Hold on, I might actually pull the speed back a little bit. Problem is, we're not making enough explosives. This is already kind of going as fast as it can. Okay, there we go. What if we made that adjustment? That might help extract quicker and then they can put things in quicker. Yep, okay, that's looking better. Okay, all of them are online now. We should be getting more explosives. We might need to copy this. Oh, we don't have enough beacons. No. Alright, we can do our best. Okay, there we go. That's restored. I think we need another one of these. Ooh, okay, I see a problem. Yeah, okay, we gotta stock this up. We gotta fill this up. Go, 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 go. Empty the belts. I'm glad this is working. It's cheese, but this is actually working. Okay, so we need to upscale Bioflux, Pentapod eggs. Bioflux is just mash and jelly. I really just need to upscale everything that I'm doing on Gleba. We are going to have to clear out all the enemies out there, which is going to be very painful. How many seeds do we have to expand with? 8? Is that all we got? Are you kidding me? How many here? Okay, there's plenty in here. That's good. So if I'm going to come back to Gleba, I think it's time that we did a full Gleba overhaul, which I know many of you have been waiting for. I'm going to have to try and figure out how to make overgrowth jelly nut soil and overgrowth Yumiko soil. The factory must grow. I know, the factory must grow, not the farm. The factory, not the farm. The farm tree must grow. I can't procrastinate any longer. It has to be done. Okay, we got our productivity research done. Nice. Now what do we go? If we floor it and go full speed, technically we should be getting more science done per minute now, right? Now that we've done research productivity. Okay, 20,000, 21,000. Oh, wait a minute, the graph. 30k? Holy, we just pushed to 30k. That is insane. We did a thing. Okay, and blunt force trauma has made it home. So let's finish those modifications up. And then we need to probably copy this one more time. Could we squeeze one more? Yes, I think we can. I need to filter these. I want to grab quantum chips and IDA eggs. Merge these onto a belt. Then bring these around. And then we can have our legendary thing here. Okay, there we go. So if we flip those, then we can start requesting Beta eggs. Nice. And now we can start producing Promethium Science packs. So that's automated. That's coming in through here. Oh, this is looking good. I love how fast these arms move. It's ridiculous. Yeah, now we should have fully automated the whole cycle of Promethium production. Yeah, that does not look pleasant. I wonder if these things feel pain. Damn, this got dark. And I don't want to think about that anymore. Where's our filter inserters with quality? Not filter insert. Did I? Oh my god. I'm cooked. It's over for me. I just called the white inserters filter inserters. We're going back to 1.0. Oh! What? What the heck? Wait, you guys don't need to breathe? You bloody cockroaches! No! They're eating the ship!